Hey, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and today I wanted to show off a game called Smalland. This isn't a first impression, guys. It's kind of like a pre-impressions, really, because we're just looking at the trailers and looking at Steam and just talking about it. But if you guys want to just learn a little bit about it, then here I am to elucidate it. But I'm also going to be kind of learning and reacting with you guys here today. So, Smalland, it's a big adventure on a tiny scale. That's what it says on Steam. This is going to be a cooperative early access open world survival game as we know and love them, and obviously very clearly immediately you're like, well, this is Grounded, right? Like, we've already had Grounded, and Grounded was like, okay, it was cool, it was neat, and I covered that game too. And I've been covering a lot of these these cooperative or online survival games, and I'm always excited. I want to build towns with you guys. I want to beat bosses with you. I just want to survive with my bros and girls, or whatever. Bros isn't sexist, is it? I don't know. Anyways, Smalland does seem actually to have some uniquity to it, something a little bit above and beyond, I think, when it comes to Grounded, and it oozes a little bit more creativity than what the genre has had so far. Like, actually, a lot of these games have, like, little tiny changes, like Valheim, little tiny changes even in just the building or some of the physics can change the whole experience. That's what makes survival games so cool. It's just such a good foundation for emergent gameplay, creative player decisions, and what we can do, what kind of shenanigans we can get up to. Okay, so specifically, what's this game got going on? You're small. That's it. So yeah, it's Grounded. It is Grounded. But from there, hopefully, assuming that it's basically as good and as polished as Grounded, which I'm afraid it's not going to be, but we'll talk about that. There is actually more of like a fairy aesthetic kind of thing going on here, and I'm kind of in love with the armor sets that I've seen. I want to see more of the combat, actually, but then the mounting of the creatures, the very vertical gameplay, which is pretty freaking unique for survival games. The vertical gameplay of like actual like giant trees and flying and really towering sheer mountains. But again, that all makes sense because you're very small. But you're not just set on like a flat plane with a few towers here or there to climb or something like that. Maybe one mountain or two. This whole game just oozes like a verticality that I haven't really seen or experienced since, like, I don't know, Heart of Thorns and Guild Wars 2. Or maybe like an actual legitimate platformer. So, key features. Let's talk about the key features. It is going to be a huge open sandbox world that has exploration, even, from like tiny little nooks and crannies and apparently secrets and things like that. But it is you're a tiny little fairy person guy, whatever. Yeah. So next is base building. Obviously, we're going to build bases and shelters. And there's going to be upgrades and customizations and who knows what's it's. Is it going to be like 7 days to die? Probably not. I don't know, but that would be cool if there was like swarms of ants and spiders that try to kill you. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, you can build shelters, whatever that actually means. We'll figure it out. But apparently there is lore actually behind the Smalland. There's going to be quests. There's hidden NPCs as well, scattered throughout this huge open world. And I do like whenever there is actually legitimate lore in some of these games. I feel like Valheim is cool, but you don't really need anything. It's because it's like, we all know the lore, basically. Like, we just look in real life and kind of get it. This game might need to go a little bit above and beyond with that aspect. So they got NPCs and stuff. Is it going to be like Fallout 76 level questing? Doubt it. No way. And by the way, if you haven't played that game in a while, it's actually really good right now. But just the fact that they're going to have quests, hidden NPCs, that is so much stronger of potency for storytelling and I think gameplay than a lot of survival games. Like, what survival games do that? And don't say single player ones, because some of those actually do, but whatever. Now, there will be dynamic weather, so maybe the base builder, actually they do say that, but yeah, the base building, they call it shelters. So maybe with the weather, that is something that, I don't know, maybe that's something that you gotta keep in mind. Maybe you can't fly when it's raining, that makes sense. Things like that, maybe you gotta hide in shelter. I would imagine rain at this kind of scale would be pretty freaking intense. Yeah, maybe. Anyways, so lots of crazy hazardous dynamic weather. We'll see how that turns out. There's a couple other survival games that have said they would do that, and then did it really happen? I think this game's really gonna need that. Really gonna need that to punch up, yeah? There's gonna be lots of player upgrades and customization, blah, blah, blah. Whoever knows what that even means. Is it gonna be fully magical? Probably, maybe not, but if we can have like insect abilities, that'd be pretty cool. You like use insect parts or just pickle Rick this shit and, kind of, I guess, monster hunter it and get armor that lets us do certain things like gliding, maybe jumping. I don't know. Why not? That'd be pretty cool. There is apparently creature factions. What? Creature factions. Now, I don't know, what is this Hollow Knight or what's going on? We're gonna work alongside creatures, gain their trust, earn allies, and mount. So, is this like, we could talk to insects? Are we Ant-Man? Are we gonna be talking to Antonio? Antoine? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyways, the game can be played solo. It's a PvE focused game, but there is PvP. So I think it is gonna be cooperative. And now this is actually, for the first time I have ever seen this, and if I publish games, which actually I provide that service, you need a website or, you know, trailers or anything like that, help publishing on Steam, let me know, I got you, I'll do that for you, email me at skylentshortage@gmail.com, but for the first time ever, actually in their Steam About section, they say this, I love this, I love just the open honesty. If you like the following titles, you should try Smalland. Basically, like, there's like this big unwritten rule where you're not allowed to talk about other games or other products when mentioning your product or whatever. But they're like, yeah, if you like Valheim, if you like Grounded, if you like Rust, if you like Ark, if you like The Forest, Subnautica, 7 Days to Die, No Man's Sky, and Stranded Deep. Now, between all of those, I think they're a little bit stretching. It seems like they just kind of threw out, what are the most popular survival games right now? It seems like maybe No Man's Sky with the exploration, 7 Days to Die maybe with the base building, but see, it's all very vague. So I think they could have done it in a better way, but it's still kind of cool that they're like, hey, we are inspired by these games. We're going to try to be as good as these games, and if you like these games, we're going to have some of those features all put into our game. Though they're still not quite eloquent with exactly how it's going to work, you know? So yeah, their key features are very light bullet points. It is what it is. By the way, if you're wondering about system requirements, no, this game's it's probably gonna run. Probably gonna be good. Probably not gonna take too much to run. I mean, that's the dream. That's what they say. But then again, we'll see. So yeah. Anyways, so just kind of elaborating on the about of the game. So if you're wondering what you're gonna be fighting because you don't have eyeballs, you haven't been watching the trailer, ants, spiders, you know, bees, maybe, they're friends, but who knows, rats, birds, lizards, things like that. That's what we're gonna be fighting. I was hoping maybe for a little bit more of a, I don't know, Fern Gully kind of thing going on, some magic or something like that, some fairies, but it is what it is. It looks like it's gonna be, this is like Grounded meets Monster Hunter, maybe? A little bit of Valheim. I can totally see it, so Grounded, Valheim. Yeah, I'm kind of vibing with that. Don't know about the rest of the things, but in the end, there is a few other things that they do mention, they talk about, but it's a lot of vagueness, you know? And it seems like they have this vast concept for the game, but in the end, it really does seem like, wow, we can kind of put together some games, which they literally do also in their Steam page. We can put together some games and kind of get what this game is probably putting out. You know what I'm saying? We're picking up what it's putting down. Smalland is Grounded, Valheim, probably. We have to see a little bit more of the action combat, have to see actually how it runs, all that good stuff, how it balances, is the online good, blah, 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 all that good stuff, but it is going to be releasing in early access, and I think this is a game that has a lot of people very interested, and I'm definitely interested in covering it as well. So, I'm always trying to be a little bit critical, but at the same time, dude, I'm kind of nerdy. I kind of do want a wasp suit, I want to glide around, and maybe jump down and do a little bit of PvP in a little small backyard somewhere, a little meadow, which I guess is a really big meadow because I'm small. I'm the small one. But yeah, did you guys enjoy Grounded? Was that actually fun for the family, or was it a little too scary? Some people are really afraid of insects, bugs, and especially spiders. So how do you feel about Smalland? How you vibing with it? But me, personally, yeah, I just want to jump in co-op. I just want to build some bases. I want to kill a giant spider raid boss. Why not? I think that sounds really fun to me. So if you guys want to stay tuned for like the newest news on online cooperative experiences or competitive experiences, maybe we'll do a fight club. You guys want to do like a PvP tournament in Smalland? We still need to do one in Valheim and a bunch of other games. But yeah, if you guys like stuff like that, dang, that's what you subscribe here for. That's what we're here for. So all I can ask is you keep that hype alive. Much love, friends and family. My name's Skylent, and I will see you again next time.